This is our Harrison M400, and it's had a full strip down service, this machine, and it's ready to go. I'm just going to run through, show you all the feeds and the gears running, and then I'm going to take you through some of the spindle speeds as well. I'll also take the top spindle speed, which is very, very fast. Probably not ever going to be needed on a machine of this size, but I'll let you hear it anyway, just to so you can see it running, you know. So firing up. Just before you do, there's E-stop here. That's to go, that's to stop. This is for the brake, which comes in after a few seconds. Now, the key thing is with this, is don't leave this energized. So, if you've been playing around and you press it and you're trying to get a gear in or whatever, don't wander off and leave it on for hours. It's going to damage it. So, if you're walking away from the machine, just turn it off. Okay, so just note that first. Don't leave this energized. It's just going to burn it out. Okay, so fire it up. (250 RPM). Should be able to see both the shafts moving here. So I'll show you that everything in this gearbox is working by changing the speed on these two shafts. You'll see some of them start and stop as we move. You're best off doing it with it running just gently, because it's very big gears in there and it takes a bit of teasing in, as you can see. Even with now with them running, it takes a bit of teasing, you know. Hopefully you can see them changing speeds. So depending on which one you've got where, sometimes they lock this handle or another handle depending on the sequence, you know. So don't try and force it. As you can see, they're all free, they just take teasing in. You can't get all of them at all the time. It's just due to the sequence. So that one's locked now. Okay, so I'll put it on quite a relatively fast one, so you can see this running in a second. This is for reversing. Do not move that while it's running; it will damage it. These ones, yeah. This one, yeah. That's fine, but not this one. Okay, or this one. You must be stationary to moving those two. This one also reverses the feed direction, but I recommend just leaving that where it is. It's a massive gear, it's a pain in the arse to get in. So there's your x-axis. There's your Z. That's the threading. So we're on this lead screw now. I'll just show you reverse as well. So I'm going to reverse now the threading, basically reverse the direction of these shafts. Okay, sometimes you have to turn the chuck, so you just press this, then you can turn the chuck. See, that's not in. What have I done? What have I done here? must have had one of those gears in quite right. Let's try that again. I'm just double checking. Okay, so we're in reverse now. See, that's going the other way. Same with the feed here, it's going the opposite way. And threading, now we're coming this way. So just to demonstrate the brake, that brake's on now. Press this. The brake's off. Okay. And as soon as you hit go again, it turns it off. The brake will come back on. So as we're saying, you don't want to leave it energised. You don't want to leave it with it off. I'll just reverse that. See, they've reversed now. That's going forward again. Thread in. Go forward. This one's a bit of a funny thing. So you're out and down to go into the Z, up and in to go into the X. Same with the handle. You're out and down. You don't just whack it down. Okay, so if you're happy with that, I'll go through some of the gears. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll go through some of them. Right, 63 RPM. I'll go to the lowest. These are a bit tricky to get in, it's just the nature of them. Just before you fire up, just to check you're in gear, just give it a little tickle, like that, and then fire up. That's for 40 RPM. It's a bit of an art to getting them in. If you can't quite get it, just press turn the brake off and just move it by hand and just check it in, or just give it a tickle like this, just to check. Especially in obviously it's worse in the higher ranges. You've got to make sure you're in, otherwise you're going to make a horrible noise and wear it out. So this is where I've got to press this, tease it round. Right, 630 and checking it in. 800 RPM. Now just double check, that's 1,000. We're just going to give it a little try. And then we're good. Okay, going higher again, 1,200 now. And then for reverse. Okay, 1,600 now. Again, just give it a little tickle first. Yeah, that's okay. RPM. Back down to 500. So turning off, just press that one. So that gives you a really good idea of the machine. It's really nice. Please obviously come and see the machine for yourself. You really need to with it to lathe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.